Hello geographers, and welcome to this video which is all about GCSE geography at the Bolsover School. Now when students join us at the end of year 6 and the start of year 7, they start their geographical journey with us, and everything that they do builds on skills that start off in those early years and work them all the way up into year 11 for their GCSE exams. The places we look at, the concepts that we try and understand are all part of that big picture of learning how to be a GCSE geographer. So why study GCSE geography? First of all, geography helps us evaluate information. It allows us to make informed decisions, and many of the jobs that you will do in the future will require some element of geography and a lot of decision making, and geography is one of those subjects that helps you work out those things. Studying geography helps us understand the impacts of hazards and how to manage them. So we look at hazards from earthquakes, volcanoes, to tropical storms, to things to do with climate change. Now, understanding how they work and how they can be managed is a huge important skill for the people of the world. Geography is about what's going on right now, why it's like it is, and how it might change. And so geography students learn things that are very, very current. In geography, we analyse the world around us. We don't just accept it for what it is. And as a good geography student, when you go on holiday to a beach or somewhere exotic, you'll be able to look round at it and understand why it looks like it does. The skills we use in geography are transferable. We can apply them to lots of other situations. They apply to lots of other subjects that you do at school, and then situations that you find yourself in later on in life. Geography helps us think sustainably and makes us consider the needs of the people, needs of the economy, and the needs of the environment. The world is a beautiful place, and as a geographer, you get to look around it and understand it in more depth. And finally, we do watch some documentaries as well, which include things like David Attenborough. So the units that we cover in GCSE geography fall into 3 different sections. Unit 1 is all about the physical environment, and that includes things like tectonics, weather hazards, ecosystems, rivers and coasts, and then probably most importantly, climate change. That makes up 35% of your final GCSE, and you sit an exam that is 1 hour and 30 minutes. In Unit 2, it focuses on the human environment. Same length of questions in the exam, 35% of your total grade, 88 marks available, and this time you look at things like urban issues and challenges, changing economic world, and the challenge of resource management. In Unit 3, it's broken into 2 distinctive sections. It's a smaller paper and it's responsible for 30% of your final GCSE. It's worth 76 marks, but the exam board have recently changed it, so you still have an hour and a half to do the paper. The reason why you need that extra bit of time is because the first part of the exam is all about something called an issue evaluation, which is where you're given a booklet 12 weeks before the exam. We analyse and interpret the information in that booklet, and then in the exam you're asked questions about it, and usually it involves making a decision. We also do a fieldwork section that goes into Unit 3 as well, and towards the end of year 10 or start of year 11 you go on a field trip into the Peak District to collect some data for human geography and for physical geography, and then you answer questions about that in the exam. So what do our students think about geography? The world will look very different when I'm older, and geography helps me to understand the processes that cause this. I think geography is a great subject to choose because you don't just learn interesting things, you learn about real things happening in the world and how it impacts on you and the world around you. It's not all about one thing. 1 minute you're looking at beaches, the next minute you're looking at slums in Nigeria. It's about what's going on right now. It's real life stuff, so it means something to me. I enjoy geography because you can learn important skills, for example, map reading and taking compass bearings. So who will teach GCSE geography at Bolsover? There's me, Mr. Bacon, I'm head of geography. There's Miss Evans and Miss Fisher, 2 very, very enthusiastic geographers. And where could geography take you? There's a list of jobs on the board there. Now, those jobs range from local jobs, things like town planning, and they range to much more sort of wider scale jobs like political risk analyst, jobs that could take you around the world, jobs that could affect your local area. There are some famous people on there who've done a geography qualification, from Michael Jordan to David Attenborough. And you can just see there that geography has got a huge scope for the kind of things that you could do in the future and the kind of people that you could meet. Okay, thank you for listening.